Hey everybody, welcome back to the review on Dexter's New Blood, episode 9, season 1, The Family Business. So we're gonna get into this episode. With Dexter and his family business. So Dexter's pretty much telling Harrison, listen, your daddy got demons, you got demons. Let me break down these rules for you, because we got rules and regulations. Now we do kill monsters, but we got a little monster in us. So to balance that monster in us, we gotta kill other monsters. You feel me? So pretty much, so he kind of explaining to Harrison about the whole family business, and he's telling Harrison, Harrison's like, why are we like this? He said we both watched our mothers, be killed right in front of us, and we was reborn in blood of our mothers that was killed. So he's pretty much going down a list about. He's just open up about Harrison about everything. He's just being honest for once with Harrison, and he's kind of putting the puzzles together for Harrison, because Harrison now, since Dexter expressed this, Harrison don't feel less alone, because now he's all like, so this explains why I have these thoughts and I want to do bad stuff and do all this type of stuff in the son. So yeah, he's pretty much telling his son what's up. So Dexter pretty much breaking. So they showing a flashback when Dexter is in Miami and this guy owned this clown museum. He was a clown. And Dexter just got revived from this guy that he was a killer and he was a predator. He was to kill kids. So he explained to Harrison, the one thing his father told him is that first in the code, you need to find out the evidence that this person's doing what they're doing. So you need to go do your research. So Dexter, later in the day, he went to that guy's clown museum, went through his stuff, and he was trying to find evidence that this guy's doing weird shit with kids. So he ended up finding these pictures of these kids, and he did weird shit with kids and he killing kids and shit. So Dexter, so that confronted Dexter, oh, I gotta kill this motherfucker. So he pretty much told Harrison, he does what the law can't do, is catch criminals and get them off the street so they won't hurt people. And that's what his father taught him, because his father learned out the code, because he, as a cop, he was watching all these people that was guilty and was doing evil stuff get away with so much evil and nothing to be done. So he kind of passed it down to Dexter, like what to do, because he said his father found out, he had like these anger issues. And Dexter said when he used to have these crazy thoughts, he didn't know if he can express to his father. He knew his father's going to throw him in a psych ward or something. And the father really never told anybody in the family. So, and Harrison, like, did he think that the family be scared you kill the family? He said, I never heard family. But because my father teach me this code, it kind of molded me how to use that energy for good. So instead of hurting people that didn't deserve to get hurt, I hurt the people that was hurting other people. So yeah, he pretty much teaching the family business. So one thing Dexter didn't tell Harrison is that, he has a ritual when he finds these killers, shows them the victims, and he chopped them up in credit card pieces. He kills them, because it's just like, don't you tell him about your freakish ways. It's like, baby girl, hate to believe it or not, but that's his son. He half for his daddy. And if you like your parent or not, you still got his blood running through your veins. So he gonna have to come and tell his son about that part. He talking about, I just find them and confront them. They stop doing bad. That don't even make no damn sense. You went through all that bullshit to say, hey, by the way, I know what you're doing in late at night. You stop that shit right now. Like, come on now. Come on. How old are we now? Y'all, can I talk to y'all? Okay, so y'all know it's Christmas Day. And Harrison wakes up and he comes out there and Dexter got the tree up and he's like, is that for me? That's what Harrison said when he said gifts. And Dexter's like, yeah, go get your gift, player. So he run down there, he opened up the gift, and then one of the gifts has a gun in it. A hunting gun. But haven't we established that y'all both killers? I don't think you should have a gun. So Harrison asked Dexter, do you use a gun like when you hunting bad guys or whatever? And he was all like, nah, I don't use a gun when I'm hunting bad guys because it's too messy. But a gun is a good thing to blend in because, everybody in the back of the damn country ass woods got a gun that don't need to have a gun because everybody we have established are killers. But this is a good gun. This is a good way to blend in with everybody in school. You need something to blend you in with society. I'm like, haven't we just established y'all have demons inside y'all? Didn't y'all just say y'all have the craving to kill people? What the fuck? Okay, so him and Harrison are out here practicing shooting and stuff. So next, Harrison gets done shooting. He tells Dexter, is that why Kirk tried to come after me? Because he know that you found out he was a killer? And what's the name was like, so Dexter walked up to him. He was like, yeah, because he been killing females. He's a serial killer. And Harrison gonna say, what? Kurt was a serial killer? Like, sir, he was trying to kill you. Yes, he kills motherfuckers. So, but I hate how Dexter look at people. He look at people like they so fucking slow. Like, yeah, like he was a killer because he tried to kill you. Like, put two to two together. And then Harrison's like, why don't you tell Angela? Angela can't solve a goddamn rock under a rock. Okay? Angela is not that girl to solve shit. It took her damn near 25 fucking years to find out her best friend was at the same time she was growing up in a damn cave around the corner. So Dexter's all like, I got no proof. I mean, didn't I just tell you that, like, I don't do what detectives do? I find out who the actual killer is, detectives don't. So, yeah. But I hate how Dexter look at people like they so slow. Like, child. So Dexter's talking to Harrison, and he's telling Harrison, like, I might got a plan to get Mr. Krabs off the street. So in his head, he all like, ask me, do you want to help me? Ask me if you want to help me, right? So the son turned around and say, by the way, I got a gift for you, right? So Dexter's like, okay, let me see the gift. So he pulls out a picture that he drawed of Dexter's sister. Now, I ain't gonna lie, the lip is a little fucked up, player, but I see what your heart was coming from. And it kind of made Dexter a little emotional because Harrison said, this is how I kind of remember her with no lips. And it was sweet. It was sweet, because he wasn't expecting that. The last gift Dexter gives Harrison is these Christmas sweaters. They're not that cute, but they like festive, whatever. And honestly, I'm not mad at Christmas sweaters. I mean, if I'm feeling festive and I got a little family, I make them motherfuckers wear that shit. So he pulls up to Angela's house. He's like, Merry Christmas. And they all like, oh, like your sweaters and all that bullshit. So Dexter come in there and he all like, Merry Christmas to Angela. He try to kiss her. So she all trying to get him the side wave like, yeah, you're a killer. Don't kiss me. But it's like, baby girl, that's your man. Stay beside him. Because he's the reason why you keeping your job. Because your ass can't solve no fucking murders. Girl, over here trying to get him to stink. Don't do that to him. Like, Dexter's a lot of motherfucking things. But for some reason, he making sure you're not in the unemployment line. So you may as well hug your goddamn man, bitch. So next, Harrison's in the kitchen, Aubrey, and she gives him this bread. She made monkey bread or whatever. So they talking. Aubrey's all like, you seem very happy. You don't seem, so angry. He was like, yeah, I just, something happened and now my anger just disappeared like out of nowhere. And my thing is, it didn't really help nothing when I had sex with your motherfucking ass because you used me for my goodies and you disappeared on me. Okay? Because I made me a little more angry because I'm like, I know she didn't use me for my body. I was vulnerable. You took that away from me. I'm playing. But, child, so yeah, then they talking and Dexter's trying his hardest to talk to Angela. Angela's is not good being a cop because she should treat him like, I know what you did last summer. It's like, girl, chill the fuck out. You didn't know what Kirk was doing for the last 20 goddamn years. Every time I see you, Angela, it's on sight. It's on sight every time I see you, girl. I'm just gonna let you have it. Child, tell me why Dexter did something so motherfucking shady, okay? He did sit up here and got Angela. You know what gift he got Angela? How to be a good cop and how to find people and be a good detective. Child, I said, did you talk to me yesterday? Because that's some shady shit I would have bought her ass to. This sitting there saying, yeah, my dad had those books. It's like, child, Dexter, you shady without even trying to be shady. When Dexter sees Mr. Krabs put up to Angela's house and give her a gift, and then we throwing killer shade to each other because he talking about Dexter. He's like, "Wow, I'm so jealous because he gets to spend the holidays with his son." And then Dexter gonna say, "Yeah, it's amazing that I do have a son here." Like, y'all two be shady each other like y'all housewives. Housewives of serial killers. But yeah, so shit, the games begin, baby, because he didn't pull it up, and now they're like, oh, so you alive, okay. I'm coming for your ass after that motherfucking holiday party, bitch. When Mr. Krabs left, Dexter decided to leave too. So he told Angela, well, you know what? Me and my son, we got to go practice shooting ducks or some shit. And she was like, okay. So Harrison kissed Aubrey and he ended up kissing Angela and they both leave. And Aubrey told Angela, like, isn't that kind of weird? And she was like, no, it's not weird. That's his first Christmas with his son or whatever. But even she thinking it's weird. My thing is, Dexter could have waited at least 10 fucking minutes and played it off cool. But his ass is like, well, I gotta go. Skedaddle. So they walking outside and Harris is all like, oh my goodness, what do you think he's running to? You think he's gonna come and kill Aubrey? And Dexter's like, can you shut the fuck up and get in the damn car? Can we drive the fuck off? And then you ask me some goddamn questions like this? See, this Batman Robin shit ain't gonna work out if your ass is talking so goddamn much. And it's so funny because I was calling his ass Batman, and his son early episode gonna call him Batman. His little nosy ass goes to this farmer's thing that Dexter went to months ago, and she asks her, what's your catalog? Like, how many people have been out of this farm getting supplies and stuff? So she looked at the catalog and she was all like, oh, your boyfriend, he was here. He said he needed some supplies for his goat. Some stuff, some medicine, that stuff you put in your neck. So Angela was all like, oh, okay. So she leaves and she started to put like, 2 to 2 together. Like, girl, you are so late in the game. So Dexter and his son are over here bonding by using this Android thing to watch Kurt's property and stuff, trying to see if he has evidence on the property. Which I'm like, this is sad when you bonding with your father how to find this guy to kill him. I'm like, y'all have a arranged relationship. So they talking, and Harrison confesses to Dexter that you was right about what happened to Ethan. I set it up, and I did attack Ethan first. And he asked Dexter, how did you know? And Dexter's like, well, duh, I'm a killer. On top of that, I used to work in homicide. I was a cop, like, period. So they talking, and next Harrison asked Dexter, he was all like, when you told me you got rid of Mr. Jingles or whatever the fuck, right? The clown. You said you kind of hurt him up or you scared him away. But he's like, that don't even sound like justice. Like, and Dexter's like, what is justice to you? And he was all like, I don't know, like killing him. Because he said when the guy that killed his mother, he wanted to find him and he wanted to kill him slowly. So even that's why I said like Dexter, that didn't sound right. Like you just beat him up and let him go. You went through all that bullshit just to beat him up and let him go. You could have beat his ass when he was at the kids party. So now they was looking on, and then they noticed on the Android thing that they found that Mr. Krabs, breaking news, is a hobbit. He's a troll. He lives underground. And so they found the place that when he was running, he jumped into this underground troll house that he lives in. And it's it's giving me Lovely Bones when that guy took that girl to this underground place on Lovely Bones and he closed the door and killed her. That's what it reminded me of. So here's like, we gotta go check it out now. So Dexter's like, no, let's check it out at nighttime. Because we won't get caught. But I'm like, I think Mr. Krabs know y'all gunning for him. He know y'all gonna find him. So he's gonna be prepared for y'all too. So I'm like, I don't know. Y'all need to really think this out first. Dexter. Okay, so Kirk is getting ready for them, and Dexter is getting ready for his ass. So he's in there getting his knives and everything together, and his sisters are like, it's other ways, you can do this. You don't have to bring him into this lifestyle of killing, And, and Dexter's like, but he has the same thing I have, and this is like the only way. And she said, I'm helping him like my father helped me. And his sisters are like, it's other ways. What's the name could help you? He could teach you to therapy. He could have took you to prison. And then Dexter's like, prison? You really think prison would fucking help? Whose side are you on? It's like, Dexter, she's in your head. And shit, if she's a damn ghost, send her ass back to Casper Land. So Dexter feel like he got no choice to like teach his son this way. But I ain't gonna lie. I mean, there's a lot for a kid. That's a lot to like be training your kid to be a killer because you're a killer. I'm like, what type of scorpionic energy did the fuck you got? Oh my gosh. But yeah, so yeah. But here, I don't know. This is just a lot. Because the one thing about Dexter, his father raised him. Harrison, he just met him. So, I don't know, man. Sheila is listening to this damn Mary fucking Kill podcast. And she was so deep into the episode, her daughter walked up behind her, and at first I thought that was Kurt. I was like, girl, you just scared me. And then what's saying, like, her daughter's like, you scared me. I'm like, girl, don't be walking up on people when they watch your ID channel. That's why I don't like watching the ID channel, Forensic Files, none of that shit. That shit is scary as fuck. I don't like to hear that bullshit. So, they were her and Dark talking. She was all like, the podcaster girl's brave to talk about that, especially in this day and age that some of these killers are still out there. So blase. I'm like, girl, the jig is up, Angela. Just let it go. Okay? This is a hot mess. So Mr. Krabs decided to pull up to Dexter's crib and set that bitch kind of on fire a little bit so Dexter and his son could run out and he could shoot them. So he set the bitch on fire and he got his gun, he aiming at the door, and he like, I'm about to, dressed like the Abominable Snowman, like I'm about to fuck them up, blase. Child, anybody run outside because on the other side of town, Dexter and Harrison are at Mr. Krabs' crib. Like, this is a hot mess. Then find the mystical place of where this hot motherfucker be staying at and hiding bodies. So Kirk already saw them on the camera down there in his little vault thing where he hide bodies. So when Harrison Dexter was down there, he had a whole get up, okay? It was giving me very Nick Tuck vibes, okay? So they were walking down this hallway, and all these coffins, these boxes, is all these females dressed up in white dresses with makeup on. And he has, killed so many females. They all the way down the line. It's at least about 50 fucking bodies down there. So they walking down there, and they start walking, so they looking at all the females and stuff. Next, guess who they see downstairs? Mary fucking killed the podcaster girl. The one I told her to take her ass home, he done killed her. So next thing you know, Harris is like, oh, we gotta end this motherfucker. And that's when Dexter tells him that he ended up killing the clown guy. He killed the Trinity killer for what Trinity killed to his mother. And him and Dexter and his son is, see each other like, oh, we gotta end him because this guy has literally killed all these damn females. And he killed the podcaster girl. The podcaster girl didn't do shit. So next thing you know, we go to Angela. Angela goes and check out the hotel that podcaster girl staying in. The guy working at the hotel was like, she checked out December 23rd. I guess she wanted to go home early for the holidays. So they going upstairs to her room and they checking it out. And the hotel guy was all like, yeah, she left a note, like, thank you, da. So next thing you know, Angela's checking out she's checking out the place. And when she's checking out the place, she sees something was locked. The closet was locked. So she asks the guy, like, why is it locked? So he unlocks it. And next thing you know, they see her little podcaster, little weapon she be using to record people when they talking to get interviews. And Angela was all like, this is something that she would never leave. Like, homegirl's nosy as fuck, okay? She's walking TMZ. So Angela's like, this is weird. Kirk tried to run his ass home because he's about to, get away, go to Argentina or whatever. So next thing you know, he get home, Dexter end up being at his house already and puts that needle in his neck and knocks him the fuck out. So then I'm dragging his big ass back to his damn hobbit hut. And the son was all like, why you got all this plastic? He said, to not leave a trace that we just chopped this nigga up in a million pieces. So next thing you know, Dexter's son was all like, how many times have you did this? And Dexter's like, go big, go home, shit, in the hundreds. This ain't my first, son. It ain't gonna be my last either. In so many words, that's what he said. And his son's is like, damn, my daddy is something else. Like, so his son gonna say, so that's like, you said almost 1,000 something, 1,000 people. Ain't nothing like a kid to hype you up. Like, yeah, your daddy's American hero over here. Shit, Batman got nothing on me. I'm out here saving real lives. Because I ain't about to do no real time either. But I'm saving real lives. Child, I swear, it ain't nothing like your kid hyping you up. Because Dexter's like, yeah, I did save 1,000 lives. Shit, I need to go get myself a birthday cake for that shit. Dexter wakes up Mr. Krabs, and Mr. Krabs is all like, where the fuck am I at? So then Mr. Krabs goes on this whole spiel about the reason why he was killing these girls because he was saving them, preserving their bodies, because he know what was going to happen to him because his father used to pick those girls up and beat them up and stuff. And Dexter slapped him in here like, I don't want to hear none of that father bullshit. The reason why he was killing girls because you like the power and you like to defeat that evil inside you. So next thing you know, he started talking, and Kirk all like, man, I'm jealous. I wish, honestly, your son was my son any fucking way, because this little dual shit kind of cool. And he was all like, Harrison's like, so why did you try to kill me? He said, "Oh, your dad didn't tell you? Shit, eye for eye. He killed my son." And what's that was like, and Dexter's all like, "Well, he fit the code, you know. He killed 5 people and get no justice because his father covered up for him," which was true. He did, and then technically his son almost killed Dexter too. And he killed that damn deer, that buck. So, Mr. Krabs will say, "So that's your reason for killing people? Is for fucking justice? That's your code?" It's like, listen, you shut the fuck up. You got all these damn dead girls down here talking about because of my dad. Your daddy been dead for fucking 30 fucking years. You shut the hell up. So, child, Dexter and Mr. Krabs been shading each other this whole goddamn season. It's hilarious. Dexter ended up chopping this damn man's body to million pieces. And while chopping his body up, Harrison was watching it. And Harrison had a flashback about seeing his mother's blood and stuff because he saw the blood coming from Mr. Krabs' body. So he ended up running outside to get some fresh air and stuff. And I said, I mean, that's a lot to digest. I mean, they just met each other like a year ago. And to get that information digested, that's a lot. So after all that happened and stuff, they ended up going home. They took his body and burnt it and stuff. But they ended up going home, and when they got home, they came home and they had no home to go to because that bitch was burned to the motherfucking ground. And Angela's all like, "Where was you at? I was trying to call you." And he was all like, I was trying to be present with my son. I was with my son. Like, I don't know what's going on. She said, "Well, what time did you leave?" At 10 p.m. And he was all like, "I don't know what the fuck is going on." And in his head, he like, this probably Kurt as a fucking Christmas gift to burn my shit down. So next, you know, her daughter walks over there to Angela, and she's all like, "Mom, they have to stay with us." And Dexter's all like, "Well, we can stay at the end." He's like, "No, they have to stay with us." And Angela's got a little attitude problem because her ass over here playing I Spy and shit, while Dexter done solved about 10 murders already in what, half of a damn year? So yeah, so she got a little attitude. Home, and when they get home, he go in the kitchen. She always got a little attitude with him already. So she gets this envelope right in the mailbox, and it says, "To the chief." So he goes to the kitchen, he cooking with the kids. Next thing she open up this mail, and she's reading, "I'm Jim Lindsay, and I'm the one that killed Matt." And then in the mail thing, it has a little middle part that was in Matt's leg, because, you know, he had fucked up legs and shit. So he in the kitchen cooking. She just look at him like, "Yeah, okay, you're a killer." But that don't even sound right. Like, "I'm Jim Lindsay, I'm the killer." Who the fuck would write some shit like that? Like, so, yeah, that's it for this episode of Dexter. Episode 9, season 1. Happy New Year, because we are in 2022. No more 2021. May y'all like and subscribe, and just stay tuned for other content. And that is it, y'all. So thanks for listening, and, you know, Happy New Year.